Good. Okay. So before I start the session, as a rule, as a tradition which I follow in my class every time, and definitely this is must required here. Let's take a 10-20 second pause to pray to the God to whom you worship so that he can give us the power and strength and the words and the encouragement to continue this journey for the next 25 to 30 days. Because I'm starting this batch with a lot of troubles now, but I have full faith that God is with us and we are able to complete this on time. So take 10-20 second pause and then we'll start the session. Okay, make sure we make this session interactive. What do you mean by the word value? You can be unmute yourself and you can answer it.
Value
What do you
is
mean by the word value?
which is important. It can be
Okay,
quantified or cannot be quantified according to the situation, but which is adding some purpose and some meaning to the subject.
okay, okay. Kiran, what do you think? What is value?
So value is uh, something that that really makes a difference. That really uh, meaningful, and something has a strong relation, something like that.
Okay. Um, Sonam, what is value? Yes, tell me what is value? Make a session interactive, guys. That will be benefited for both of us. Mohammed, what do you think? What is value for you?
Something is very important for me, and something is worthy. That's value.
Okay.
Atul, value
Hassan,
is something which is beneficial to us.
okay. Manish, what do you think? What is value? Gaurav, what is value for you?
Some kind of benefit we get.
Benefit we get. Okay. My mother cook food for me. Is this any value? Is there any value?
Yes,
It's a quantifiable or non-quantifiable?
non-quantifiable at the high level.
Mm-hmm.
If you drill down, can be quantified according to the requirements.
Okay.
But there
So
is the value.
it means everybody say that value is something kind of a benefit we are getting it. Okay. So what the ITL says here that value is something which is kind of a pre-received benefits, usefulness and importance of something. Okay. What this mean? Now if I say guys or after this class I will gift everybody iPhone. Will it be valuable for you? Yes, Atul, because we are receiving from our teacher, it's valuable for me. Or I can say, when I completed my graduation, my father gifted me a phone. I still have that phone because it has a value. It has a pre-received benefits. Might be that is working or not working is a one case, but that is a hold a value for me because that gift given by my father when I completed my graduation. In the same manner, Every company, every industry, every organization, including you and me who are sitting in this class, we are here to create a value. I want to give you value to share my knowledge so that you can learn something and you can get some good stuff in your career. You are here to create a value for me. How? If you put a question, you give me a scenarios, and that will create a value for me to be learned around or more about this particular topic. So this is what the value means. We want to achieve something by using some resources, by using some configurations, by using some system, by using some mechanism. We want to be achieve something, and that achieve is called the value here. Don't worry, we're not going very deep in the ITIL side. Okay, this is just a start. One or two slides, that's all. Then we go for the next part. Okay, now the question comes, what is service? What is service? Tell me. Anybody,
uh,
what is service?
which adds value.
Which add value. Okay. Anybody else? Akshay, what is service? Vinod. Good, Kiran. Good, Kiran.
It's an activity to help someone to sort their issues.
To help someone. Okay. Chalo, theek hai. We'll pick up this word. So remember, help is a little different meaning here. Okay. Okay. Prithvi, what do you think? What is value?
Any work or something offered to someone.
Okay. Fine. Sai, what is value?
Yeah, someone get benefited.
Okay. Mohammed, what is value?
Value or service.
Sorry, sorry. My bad.
Someone needs something and I provide the solution.
Only solution.
No, like, yeah, fix that problem.
Okay. So now we got little terms here. Someone says to help, someone says to problem, someone says to solution kind of things. But what the ITL says here, that what is service mean here? What we are doing, what I'm doing is a service. Might be I'm resolving your problem to share the knowledge, but service says a means of enabling a value by sharing my knowledge, by asking or you ask the question to me. We are enabling a value co-creation. अतुल अब ये co-creation कहां से आया? Value is one thing, but value co-creation is something different. In the earlier days, what happened that a company says, hey, can you implement this tool for me or this platform for me? Service provider says, okay, I'll do. They do their work and that's all. But now if you notice, the service provider is becoming the partner of that particular customer as well. They are my strategic partner. They are my implementation partner. He is my transformational partner. What this mean? This mean earlier the service provider is the only one who is creating the value for the customer. But now service providers told to the customer, hey, why not you help me to be create a value for me, for myself as well. This is what is called the value co-creation. By facilitating the outcome, a customer want to be achieved. So now you are my customer. Practically, if I say you are my customer, right? Because you are paying for the service to get a knowledge. So you are my customer, and what outcome you're expected here? Atul, I want that after this session, I should able to get a GRC project. Atul, I want that I should able to get a job in the GRC domain. Atul, I should able to learn more about the GRC project, GRC concepts. This is what the outcome you're expecting here. You want to be achieved without customer having to manage the specific risk and the cost. This is the important point here. As I said in the beginning, that due to some reason, my personal laptop is not working now, and I'm facing a lot of issues. Are you worried about the same? No, because I promise you that Monday morning, 5 a.m., the class will start. Are you worried? Are you known? Are you think, or do you think that Atul has a good sleep in the yesterday night or not? He had a good dinner at the night or not? No, because you're not worried about the cost and the risk. What you are worried about, the outcome that you want to be achieved. This is what the service. And also, neither on the other side, I am not worried that is Rhythm is sleep well or not, Sai is sleeping well or not, or they have a good family or not, they have a good breakfast or not, they have using laptop or not, they have a good connection or not. I'm not worried at all. What I'm worried? I'm worried about enabling a value co-creation. That what knowledge I share, that should able to add something in your portfolio. This is what is the service mean here. And now when a service come in the picture, a service can be provided by a product. Now, if I give you example, let's say Rhythm says to his parents, Mom, Dad, let's go for a dinner together. We'll go for a restaurant. Okay. He pick up the best restaurant in his area. Top 3-star, 4-star restaurant. He took his parents there. They settled down. Waiter came, serve the water, take the order. And at the end, when the billing came, his father says, Ritan, the food was very good. Ambience is very good. We like the place. What this mean? This mean what they want to be achieve, the outcome. They got it. And what Ritam got is the value. Ritam got the value. Now, did Ritam did anything else, anything in this part? No. He just took the parents to the restaurant. Rest work has been done by the waiter and the restaurant staff. That is called the service. You are happy with this service, you got the value, and then you give a good feedback as well. And parents are happy. So now after this service it's come the product. Now, service is something which can be tangible, intangible. Product is always a tangible, means which you can touch, which you can see, which you can feel, which means a configuration of an organization resources designed to offer a value to your customer. iPhone is a product. Table, laptop, chair, desktop, sofa, dining, utensils, gas stove, matchstick, earpods, iPods, dishwasher, washing machine. These are the products. And these products offer a value to a customer. I put the utensils in the dishwasher. I'm getting a value. Just switch on the one button, 45-minute cycle will be there. I'll sit and I'll take a rest. This is the product here. Now let me come to the actual slides. here. Okay. Now, when we talk about GRC, before that, ITL 4 brings the 34 management practices, and risk is one of that practice. In ServiceNow, this is a combination of three things: G, R, and C. Okay. Yes. G, R, and C. The full game is on these three words only. And why I'm discussing this? Because ITL also have this concept. ITL says whenever you are starting a business or providing a services, you must take care of the risk management. Don't worry, we'll go in deep dive one by one. Okay, so this is called the risk. But in ITL SVS, that is a service value system, there is a concept called the governance. If I give example of this governance, in our WhatsApp group, I send a message. If anybody will be take off 2 days continuously, will be take out from the class. That is a governance. If anybody send any unnecessary messages, good morning, good evening, afternoon, jokes, out from the group immediately without any justification. Because without governance, we cannot proceed. So it's not only that ServiceNow is using, or ServiceNow has a product called GRC, even though ITIL has a concept called the governance, and they have a practice called the risk management. Clear till this point, everybody? Doubt or question? Go ahead. Anybody, any doubt, question? Please ask.
Yeah.
All clear? Good.
Just want to ask, so in service, can you go back to the slide, please, Atul? Or this one, the tutorial one. Yeah. So in service value chain, you are saying there is no governance, or
No, in service value system, here you
so in
can see.
service value system there is
Sorry.
governance.
Yes, sorry. It's a chain itself. Yep.
In service value chain, governance is not at all present, or is it being facilitated by some other couple of
No.
streams?
So, okay. In service value chain, there's a no governance actually. Service value chain is like your SDLC cycle. So if you see here, engage, design, build, deliver, and this. But there's another concept given by ServiceNow that is called the service value system, which cover the chain, and around the chain they have the four principles or the four pillars here. If you want to provide, see, now, okay, let's discuss this little part as well. In the service value chain, the concept says demand to value. There's a demand in the market and I want to give the value. I saw before starting this batch, I saw that is any course available by any other content creator on the YouTube which provide the GRC. I got very few, very limited one. Then it means I found that there is a demand. And also a lot of people reach out to me on the channel plus on the WhatsApp that do you have any GRC content? It means demand is there. Now from starting from demand to value, this is what we are here now. I have a plan which I did. I engage you guys. I design this course. I build this course and now I am in the delivering part. We are here now. And every day you are getting some value. After this session, you'll say, yes, Atul, I got something. But if I run this whole system I need principles, guiding principles. But you learn the driving, that's fine. Now, if you want to drive on a highway, you have to follow some rules. This is what come in the service value system.
And these both are designed by ServiceNow, you said, or
No,
ITI?
this is designed by ITL. This is ITL 4 concepts: SVC and SVS. So mainly service value system says that how all component work together. So very simple part. If I will say, guys, nobody is allowed to ask a question, will you think that this session will be good? Anu says, Atul, no. Correct? It means that it is important to get a value that we both interact with each other. This is what it says. How all components work together. If Rhythm says, Atul, excuse me, I have a question. Yes, please go ahead. Prithvi says, I have a question. Yes, go ahead. Because if you will not ask the question, what I will assume that everything is going good, which is wrong. So we have to work together. So if I am coming in the morning, I want that you should also come on the time in the class. You should follow the principles. You should follow the governance practices. Clear, Anu, now? Anu, clear or doubt? Still doubt?
No, it's better, yeah. Clear.
Okay, good. So now the intention to bring these two slides here, that it is not that ServiceNow is only talking about the governance or risk, even though ITIL also follow that things. So ITIL has a governance and ITIL has a practice called the risk management. So that we should able to see that how we can manage our risk. And now GRC. Let me come back here. Okay. What do you mean by the word risk? Tell me. Tell me, what is the meaning? What do you think? What is risk?
Amount of possibility or probability of things not happening as planned. When
Okay.
There is a
Things not
possibility of loss.
possibility of loss. Okay. What else? What else? What do you think by the word risk? Sonam, what do you think? What is risk? Go ahead, Vinod. Vinod, go ahead.
Possibility of loss of data or something.
Okay. Someone says in the message, possibility of event occurring. What type of event? Sonam. Now we have to think like a consultant. Let's take example that you are in front of a customer and you are presenting a customer to a product called the GRC, and customer says, okay, tell me what is risk? Manish, what do you think? What is risk?
Undesirable outcome.
Undesirable outcome. Very good. Loss. Akshay says loss, negative impact of event occurring. Okay. Okay, what else? Think. Come on. We are 17 people. I need at least 17 definitions. Gaurav, what do you think? What is risk?
Anything bad.
Anything bad? Okay. Hassan, what is risk?
Any harm from others.
Any harm from others. Okay. Hemant, what is risk? Something unexpected. Very good. Okay. Probability of something negative happening. Very good. Come on. Dhruv, what is risk?
I have said an undesirable outcome. Like
Undesirable outcome. Okay. Okay. So Sonam, you give example. Probability negative impact of event occurring. Let me take example. When we open this session, you know that due to some reason the recording was not working. That is a negative impact. But is that negative impact of event has any impact on us now? Or you're still thinking that Atul, that's wrong, you should know that recording is available or not? Yes, this is what the risk. Actually, this is what the point actually. So negative impact of event has a bad impact or the giving the wrong value to us. So we got the definition that risk means something unexpected loss. Now the question comes, can we remove the risk or can we minimize the risk?
Yes.
Yes, for
Yes,
what? Can we remove or can we minimize?
In certain cases, we can remove, and in certain cases, we can minimize, or in certain cases, we cannot do anything also. So we
Achha,
have to absorb those risks,
remove means
completely eliminating. You foresee them,
example.
plan them.
Example.
Uh, uh,
Atul, for example, we can remove the risk like we are stepping outside our home. There is
Hmm.
a chance of happening a rain, so we can
Okay.
take the umbrella with us. For example, in our system, we are thinking that our data will get lost, so we are taking backup of the system.
But are you actually removing the risk or you minimizing the risk? You
We
have
are trying.
umbrella, you have umbrella, but doesn't mean that rain will not come, or rain will come, or you will not get wet in the rain.
so we are mitigating the risk. Yes.
We can
There is
always
an
minimize the risk.
that is the reason I say the two words. Are you removing the risk or are you minimizing the risk?
Yes.
Minimizing.
Minimizing.
Correct. Buying LIC, buying insurance, what are you doing? Buying insurance doesn't mean that you will not die. Buying insurance means if something happened wrong with you or you have some sudden death, your family member will get benefited. They're not going to be suffer with any money problem. You are minimizing the risk. Again, it's my practical uh, meaning or my practical thoughts or my practical scenarios that being a human as a human being, we never ever remove the risk. Risk is always there. We have the concepts, we have the tools, we have the technologies which can minimize the risk, but never ever remove the risk. Okay? So it means this is fundamentally clear that risk is something which is loss. Now, what is the risk management?
Force,
Incident management, change management, problem management. So what is the risk management now?
forcing the
Did
risk proactively and reactively, and preparing the mitigation and contingency plans.
Okay, mitigation, the contingency plan. Okay, proactively or reactively. Okay, go ahead, Manish.
a set of
But
practices that we can employ in case risk happens, so that we can mitigate the risk.
Acha ji. Okay. You are driving very safe on your side. Someone come and hit you. Now tell me how you can mitigate that risk.
We will be like careful while driving, and if at all something like that happens, we should have insurance of both vehicle and personal insurance.
Plus, important part is that you should wear a seat belt while driving it.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else? What is the risk management?
Control potential threats.
Sorry?
Control potential threats.
Control potential threats. You are bringing a new word here now, threats. Okay. What do you think? What I can, Gaurav?
Managing risk, I mean,
Mm,
minimizing it.
minimizing it.
Yeah.
So it means I can say the risk management means once we identify the potential problems or the potential issues, and then we start thinking that how we can minimize the chances of that occurrence, or if that occur, how we minimize the loss from that particular activity. That is what is the risk management. And I'm again saying minimizing. We are not able to remove anything. When I was growing, so definitely we are coming, we all from the almost in this batch from the Indian community only. Our parents told that, okay, now you are young, you can make a cup of tea. Okay. My mom teach me the same thing. Me and my sister is there. So my father always says, whenever you make any food, any might be tea, coffee, or something, always make sure that you have a lowest flame on side. I said, why? Because he want to reduce the risk. If the flame is low, the first benefit is that it will consume the less gas. Okay. Second, if you are doing something else in between, it will not immediate boil or it will not immediate heat the things. So the chances of boiling out or coming out, splitting out is also reduced. Reduce. What they're saying, they know that this can be the risk. And they told me that how to minimize that risk. If it is a fire, definitely it will be heat always. That is a for sure. But to reduce that, he told me this thing. And also, why a company always worried about the risk? What will happen if there's a risk?
Atul, if I'm not wrong, like it is some kind of interlink to the change management. Like in change management, we access the risk, right? Initially.
No, that risk is something different. Even though that is related to this part only, that if a change deployed wrongly, then it can impact the other systems as well or other processes as well. But this risk is little wider perspective. Now think you are a company CTO, okay, or you are a founder of a company and you want to build that company for a longer run. Are you worried about the change management more, or you're worried about your brand more, or funding more, or the projects about more projects? So this risk is talking about that particular part. If there is a risk, okay, now one more thing, which I guess you guys pick up, loss of data. If something goes wrong in anybody's life, might be you caught for unexpected things, might be you're not cheating it, but someone says no, no, you're cheating it in the exam and teacher caught you. Okay, now what will happen? You will lose your exam is one thing. Other thing is that you will lose your name as well. Companies are more worried about their brand, that if someone come to know that this company has the cyber attack or this company has a this thing hacking attack kind of things, they will lose the brand in the market. What do you think? No, 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 no. Oh, no, no, don't go for this company. They have this attack. They're dead. Even though they're more secure, but no, 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 don't go. They're not secure. My data will be not secure there. So companies always worry that if there is a risk, I will lose not only the money, but I will lose the name as well. That is another problem. Now, what is governance? Tell me, what is governance? Start from Anu.
Redirecting the wrongful or mispractices to the right direction, realigning with
Redirecting.
aligning with the pre-planned objective.
Okay, let's make a little rule for this group. Okay, I respect your experience, Anu. Definitely, you are more experienced than me in this class. Okay, but fundamentally, what I think that whenever when I take these batches, almost like it's my 23rd or 24th batches going on now, we start with the very basics definitions. I can understand, okay, redirecting the bad practices to the best practices kind of things is you're looking for. But let's say I have a kid, 9 year old now. If I have to be teach him that what is governance, now tell me the definition. Why I'm saying? Because I found this issue whenever we go to the customer sites for the workshops and everything. If we start using the heavy words, customer get confused. Now give me the answer, Anu.
Okay. uh, uh, Comparing the between right and the as is and to be situation, and seeing what improvements we can do to make it better.
Okay. Okay. So now what do you think? What is governance?
If something goes wrong that
Hmm.
we discussed so far, what we will do, how we will do, what procedure we will do, those
But
practices, those things will be like governance.
okay, those practices. Okay. Mohammed, what do you
Yes.
think?
Governance could be set of processes in a organizational company.
Set of practices in a company organization. Okay. Gaurav, what do you think?
Overseeing,
Overseeing of what?
I mean, the process is
Only
doing,
processes.
yeah, framework or some
Okay.
rules. Yeah.
Hassan, what do you think? What is governance? Akshay, good. Good, good. Akshay.
Yeah, the process of establishing rules for monitoring these risks and
Okay. So it means governance is something which I can say kind of a rules, set guidelines to reduce the risk. Okay, agree. So governance is something which we can say policies, rules, or I can say the frameworks as well. Like ITIL is a framework to run the IT services, but traffic has rules to run a smooth traffic so that people can travel safely, people can travel easily. On the airports, there's the governance. First, you have to take the boarding pass, security check, immigration check. Then you board the flight, and again they check your passport, they check your visa, they check your ticket, and then they allow you. You cannot dance when the flight is taking off. You cannot stand when the flight is taking off. You cannot stand when the flight is taking off. These are the governance. They have a rule. And if you break the rule, what will happen? If you break the rule, what will happen? You will be
There'll
get
be loss.
loss, or you will get the punish. Now the question come, I have a rules, but why I need a rules? Rule or policies? Now why I need a rule? Tell me. Nobody like the rules. It is well saying. Till the time we are bachelor, we got a life what we want. Anytime get up, anytime sleep, what to eat, not to eat. When you get married, the rule come in the picture, governance come in the picture. Wife depend on husband, husband depend on wife. When you become a parents, then more governance come on the picture. You cannot stay late nights because if you stay, kids will follow the same. If you eat junk a lot, kids will follow have the same things. Now the question come, why we need a governance? Tell me, why we need a governance? Risk हो गया, governance हो गया. Now what else? Why we need a governance? Who take the decision? No, but Sonam, still the question remain. Why we need a governance?
As we
Let
said,
me give,
to reduce the risk.
sorry, reduce the risk.
Yes.
But okay, only for reduce the risk.
Yeah, because if we have a minimum risk, uh, or then uh, the value will be higher.
Hmm. Acha, let me give example. Okay, it's a parents teacher meeting. Okay, Sonam mother and father go to Sonam schools, and teacher says you have a very good daughter. She is obedient. She is good in class activities, in sports, in studies as well. And she follow all the rules of the school, come on the time, have a iron or the press uniform, proper lunch, no fightings, nails cutting, hair, and all things will be there. What this mean? What this mean? This mean that Sonam is compliant to the policies of the school. That isn't we need a governance on the place. If you see, correct, she is disciplined following all the policies. And I'm changing this word discipline here with the word called the compliance. Compliant. If you buy any kind of again, giving a personal example, blessed with a baby boy, now he's a 10-month old. When you buy the product for him, like this feeders or sterilizers kind of things, we always check that what is this contain. Is it a BPF free? It is a dishwasher compatible or not? Is this a good diapers without rashes or some kind of stuff? Because we want to make sure that these things should compliance with the policy so that it should not impact my kid. When you buy any electric products, what we see ICISI mark, what that mean? Did you notice? Vinod, what do you think? What does this mean, ISI mark?
It is properly curated as it is gone through some standard procedures so that it does
Correct.
not have harm.
Quality checks
Quality checks. Now the point come quality checks. Why quality checks are required?
to ensure great product or great service without any hassle or without any
Why?
issues.
Okay.
Efficient.
Why great service, great product?
To ensure
Uh,
safety.
Safety. Why safety?
uh, to so that's what to be able to success in the business. Uh,
Correct. To get a
we
more
need to follow.
business, to get a more
Yeah,
sale,
yeah,
right? So it means like whenever you buy a electric product, they have a mark called ISI mark, which means that this product has been built up on the given standards of this particular organization. Now let's say Sonam and Anu and K. We have only, I guess, three girls in this batch as of now. These three ladies think that we want to start a business, a restaurant business. Now it's a food, so they have to be get the food license. That is FSI is something is there. What this mean? This mean that if they make any dish, they have to be declare the ingredients. Somehow it is not actually feasible in India, but if you go outside India, if you buy any product, they will tell you the ingredients very specifically that this product contains these things. There is some um, stuff came called um, Agento something is there, which is not allowed to put in the food. I know when I was working with Fujitsu, so when I go for the lunch in the cafeteria, they clearly mention on the board that we don't use Agento kind of things in our food. Why? Because that is not as per the standards, or that is as per the standard, they have to be informed to the customers that we're not using this particular stuff in our food. So now the thing come that there is a risk. To reduce that risk, we have a governance, and to make sure the governance run properly, we have a compliance. Traffic is there, traffic rules are there, but who is monitoring the traffic rule? My police. Police, if there's a no police, nobody will follow the rules, right? Because rules has been made already. But who is going to monitor that part? Is my police. That is a compliance. If you see that This company is ISO standard 20,000, 27,001. This is the ITIL compliance. This is the HIPAA compliance. This is the GDPR compliance. What this mean? That these are the organizations follow these standards while providing these services. This is what the compliance in simple means. Compliance is something when you start follow the rules, policies, or the regulations which has been defined here. That is compliance.
I
Parent
have a
says,
question.
go ahead, please.
Question here.
Go,
So,
Aman.
in projects, we have heard of the term audits. So, does it
Yes,
fall under a governance part or does it fall under compliance part?
it is little separate.
Okay.
It is a part of our discussion as well. When I show the architecture of GRC, you will see audit means that what you have defined, what you're following, are you actually following or not? That is the audit means. Like in like what happened that when I run this batch, I give a homework that guys, this is the homework you have to do, this exercise you have to be do, and I check that exercises. That is the audit part I'm doing. So audit means you are checking that are you following that governance or not.
But as you said, the police example, they are also checking whether we are following the rules or not. And
Correct. So they're doing they have the cameras, right? So they're doing the audit every time. If you overspeed, they send you the challan. If you break the traffic rule, they will send you the challan. No helmet, they will put you the challan. So they're doing the auditing in the in between as well.
so wouldn't that be a part of compliance then? That's what my question
Yes, yes. Governance means is only rules, policies, framework. Compliance means that are you following that rules or not? And to check that particular part, we have audits in the place. Let me show you something here. Even though that is the next part. Yeah, audit I put it. This one, see. Here. यहाँ पर है ये रहा. Audits. Audit means that we are checking it. Now we have a class test, right? When we kids, we have a class test. Class test. What this mean the class? What is the purpose of the class test? That is the audit. That what teacher has taught you till now, are you following or not? If not following, you're not compliant. If you're following, you're compliant. It means you're scoring good marks. Yes, you know everything. You're scoring bad marks. It means you're not following the things which teach by teacher in the class. So little bit hold the things for yourself to everybody. Once we go little bit more deep dive that what is this architecture look like, पूरी कहानी इसी पे है, इस पिक्चर पे पूरी कहानी है हमारी और कहीं नहीं है. पूरा its whole GRC is about all these things only. So we will discuss all the terms one by one. ठीक है, no clear?
Yeah, thank you.
Good. Any last question before I close the recording for today?
Yeah, Atul, I have. Atul,
Good.
like GRC is like governance, you said it's a rule, set of rules. And compliance is that we are checking whether we are following it or not. Then why risk is there?
Because if there's a no risk, there's a no policies, no governance, why we have a traffic rules? Why you buy the insurance?
Reduce the risk of accidents.
Correct.
Okay.
It's okay means you got it or you just saying okay to sake.
Can you give me one more example?
Okay. I'll give you example. Let's say There is a no concept called the traffic in this world.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have the traffic rule? Will you have the traffic rules? No.
Yes, we.
There's a no, though there's a no concept of the traffic. There's a no traffic concept of the,
Okay.
okay.
Then not required.
Correct. It means that as a human being, I'll connect everything with the human being, because sometimes we have to be think outside the technology as well. As a human being, we always have a risk for anything. Like if I say, I'm sure that there are few respected parents and father and mother as well in this group. When your child take birth, start growing, start crawling, and start walking. When the child start get walking, you always has a risk being a parent. He or she should not walk the other side. If he fall down, he might be get hurted. Right? That is a risk.
Okay.
To reduce the risk, because I already experienced this part. It's my second time. So to reduce the risk, what we have done, that in our house, anything a furniture which has a sharp corners, we put the corner on that particular part. We purchase something that form kind of things and we put the side corners. Now the risk has been reduced.
Okay.
If he walk and fell down and by mistake he hit himself with that furniture, at least at the corner, should not hit him the very badly.
Okay.
I am minimizing the risk, not the reducing, not the removing the risk. To do this particular part, we have a governance. My parents says, why are you using this thing? Why don't you put this table inside if it is not in the use? Let's give a space to the kids to move, roam around in the room. That is a governance. My sister came. Hey, he told me that your kid has this might be his leg has some spot. His head had some spot. How this happened? He was just roaming here there and he hit himself with this particular thing. She's doing the audit for me now. Why you should take this thing? Why you should do this thing? That is a compliance and audit is going on. So there's a risk. There's we have a governance. There's a risk of the life. We have insurance policies. To run that business, they have a governance. And government is doing the audits, that how much risk you have, how much loss you have. That is the compliancing part.
Okay.
Okay. So this is what there is this is a combination of these three things: GRC, risk, governance, risk, and compliance. And now we will go deep dive more. That what do you mean by the word, or what includes in the GRC actually? It's a very big term. GRC is the product in service now which hold more than 4 and 5 different application it itself. Okay, so we'll do deep dive and then we'll see. Any other question before we close the recording for today?
No,
Good.
thank you, Atul.
Good. Let me take attendance now and stop the recording.